He says, what's the proper way to carve a buoy? I feel like I get too close and then unhook in tight turns with the GP. Other racers told me to go wider, but I don't know. Okay, hulls are different. All right. And I just did on Friday the little ride-along POV footage that I did on the RX-PX 325. And I reiterate what Cody Hawkins and Erminio Iantosca told me about the RX-PX hull. And that was chop, drop, and roll. And what that was as you're approaching a buoy, come at it wide, chop the throttle a little bit so you drop the nose, and then as you feel the nose come down, roll, not vice, roll into the throttle, and that's going to allow that hull to get, and Sea-Doos turn flat. And you might not think they turn flat, but that means you've never dropped a knee on a GP. Because when you drop a knee on a GP, you're on the rail like a stand-up, all right? I've seen Greg rail that ski behind you because he knows how to drop a knee and turn it. So, and I've seen all sorts of guys on a GP drop a knee, get their weight over the gunnel, and totally hook that thing. So some skis respond to body English way more than others. Sea-Doos do not want any body English at all. That's why you have ergo lock. You're stuck in the middle, and you're steering with your shoulders, and you're doing, your shoulders are over the bars, and you're doing this. So you chop the throttle, get the nose down, and you roll into the throttle as you cut into the apex of the turn. GPs, you want all that weight on the outside chine. All right? You have to remember, Scott Watkins designed this ski. Scott Watkins is a competitive stand-up racer. So he wants your ass all the way off the seat. He wants all your weight on your, let's say you're turning left. So all your weight on your inside knee, your bars are over here. Okay? He wants your bars over here. And when you see a real racer on his knee with his weight out, he's like this, like a sport bike racer. And he's way, 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 way outside. So that ski is completely on its bond rail, and it's hooking all the way around that corner. Now, you're asking about apex and approach to a buoy. It all depends on what ski you're riding, okay? And it depends on your water conditions. Because if you're leading the pack and you're on glass or you're on mild chop, you're setting the pace. You can approach that buoy however you're comfortable doing. But if you're mid-pack, if you're back or if you're lapping the pack, you're in the butch, all right? You're in absolute wash. And so you basically got to take what you're given. So on a GP, you're going to be bucking. You're going to be all over the place because it's a lightweight ski and you're small and there's not a lot of weight. And you're going to want to find your line and just track it in. But for apex, I do it like a car. I come at it wide. At the tightest point of that curve, I am touching the buoy, and I leave wide. Is that perfect? No. Is that ideal for every application? Absolutely not. But in the very, very humble experience that I have of racing myself, as well as competing or talking with competitors, professional racers, that's the best advice that I can give. Greg, what do you got?
No, I'm no pro racer by any means, but I spent time around a buoy course just for shits and giggles. So the way I set up for a buoy depends on how the course is positioned. So if you've got an extremely tight buoy, like you're doing a slalom course, right? The GP, if you try to hug the buoy, if this is the buoy and you try to hug it all the way around, more than likely it will come unhooked. But on a really tight buoy, I try to aim to start out wide and then come in close around the backside of the buoy like that. And the reason for that, let's say you got two people, you're really close with the guy, he's trying to execute a pass. If you come out wide or come in wide and come out of the buoy wide, you're leaving an opening for him to get on the inside of you, which could be at a disadvantage. So I try to start off wide and then come in close. Now, is that the right way to do it or the best way to do it? I don't know. It's the way I do it. But like a few weeks ago, me and Kevin were on a buoy course with the Sea-Doo group, and they had 2 buoys set up on the back like this. And instead of me trying to hug each one tight, I felt it to be a little faster to kind of come in wide on all of them and maintain a little bit more speed. It's because if you do a tight buoy, you're going to lose some speed. So you want to maintain as much momentum as possible. So a buoy set up like that, I'll come out in wide and out wide on both of them, and you can maintain a higher mile per hour throughout all of it. So,
hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.